Hey, it's Rebecca Smith from the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, and it's time for Missouri Health Talks, a project where we listen in on Missourians' conversations about access to health care. This week we hear from Columbia residents and brothers Chuck and Drew Graham. They talked about their mom, Joyce. She served as their role model growing up in Louisiana, Missouri, and helped them face the road ahead after they became paraplegic and quadriplegic within a year and a half of each other during their teenage years. Here's Chuck.
There were two fortunate things about Mom. One, she was a nurse. So, that helped with us being able to get home and start to rehabilitate as soon as we could. And the second was that she had a disability. She had muscular dystrophy. And we never really thought of her as being disabled. She just couldn't run like the rest of the moms. So if you did something bad, she couldn't run and whoop you, but you were going to get it when she found you. But she was just a mom like anybody else, a small businesswoman, and she never let her disability stop her. So in a way, we were much more fortunate than most people that this happens to, because we had a built-in role model for how to handle a disability right there in our own home.
And I think the only way I really saw it affect Mom was she had a harder time walking than a lot of people. And a lot of people used to mistake her walking for thinking she was inebriated, which she didn't drink that much, but that comes back to the part of how you have to educate people about different things. And we had to educate our teachers and our classmates about, why our mom walked that way.
Well, I mean, she never really complained about her disability. She never really looked at herself as having a disability. She was the oldest of 9 kids. 3 of her 5 brothers and 1 of her 2 sisters had muscular dystrophy as well. And she just, always kept her grace, class, and dignity, and just forged ahead no matter, how tough things were. And so, we didn't really have a lot of time to feel sorry for ourselves when you have somebody that leads by example, and that person's there helping you.
And I don't think she would have let us sit around and feel sorry for ourselves. She always had the can-do attitude about her, and never took a lot of crap off people. I'd say she was probably the most positive role model if you were going to be in that situation that you could have. I think my favorite story was to show how she didn't let things get in her way. Is I had a girl upstairs one time, and I didn't realize that while we were in the other room, Mom had snuck up the stairs, and when I walked out my door, she was waiting for me, and I definitely found out that she could slap pretty good for her mom.
That was brothers Chuck and Drew Graham talking about their mother. She passed away in 1994. That's it for this week's Missouri Health Talks. Tune in next week for more conversations from throughout the state about health and access. I'm Rebecca Smith. Thanks for listening.